Hello traders and degens, Alvin back here with another trading video. I haven't been posting anything new because of traveling for crypto and Pokemon events, along with work stuff that didn't allow me to talk about my trading experiences and what I've been refining and going through. But I think this is going to be one of the biggest bangers I'm going to make. So I'm not going to mention who and what company it is, but it was a bad experience. And if you follow me on Twitter and Twitch, you'll probably figure out who is it and what type of company it is. I talked about on stream yesterday. But before we go into anything about this video, I'm just gonna put like the official disclaimer: NFA DYOR, don't sue me, KW. But yeah, anyways, today I'm gonna be talking about I'm just gonna be talking about the only trading guide and system that you ever need to make money in trading cryptocurrencies. It's not really just make money, it's just be profitable in trading cryptocurrencies, at least on a basic level, or what I feel that is super comfortable. Because since I integrated this into my strategies and how I've been trading, I've been profitable only. I've not lost. I've maybe lost 1 to 2 trades, but out of like what, a few of too many. Okay, right. I've out of too many, and so this is what I feel super comfortable with, and yeah, and it's not, and because this strategy is not very hard to find trades with, you should be able to find at least 1 trade a day depending on your liquidity available, to be honest. So my problem was that because these are all slower trades and lower leverage trades, your liquidity will be stuck to a certain extent, but it's not going to be that stuck. So you can take your profits daily, or or something like that, but sometimes this can play out for like a week or so, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So anyways, I'm gonna just explain to you guys about my strategy today, and we're gonna see how we're gonna go with this. So yeah, okay, so I've opened up a new chart here without my old setup. My old setup here has 13 freaking indicators, 14, 15, 16, whatever, right? There's a lot of indicators and stuff like that, but there's a lot more simpler way to just just trade and stuff like that. And I figured this out, and I just realized that, hey, indicators are needed because indicators are lagging, or they're just not accurate anyways. They're just there for backtesting and stuff like that. So okay, first thing I would usually do in this scenario here is, this is the default. I basically open up new ones, so it's default settings with the candle chart and everything. So the first thing I would do here is be looking for the daily highs, right? So the latest daily high. So since we're already here, I can't really find latest daily high besides here, right? So the latest daily high would be here. So I'm just gonna mark this with a white color line. Let's just make sure this is correct. Right. So it's at 42.97. That's where we want to see a break, right? Breakout. And with this, we're going to go to 1 month, and we can see if this is valid or not. So in 1 month, this doesn't really seem that valid because this is just the median line. So like the median price for Bitcoin, at least a perpetual contract on 1 month. So it's just going to mark like the monthly highs, or where we see the monthly highs being at. So here should be the monthly highs, but I'm going to put it one step higher at 48.2. This is going to be in another color, so we're going to put this to blue color for monthly, and we're going to do a simple one more. We're going to go down for 1 week, right? So on 1 week, we can see what is our weekly highs, right? So our weekly highs is actually very similar to our daily highs, so it's the same here, and the monthly highs here. This would be our second pack here for monthly highs. So let's just also draw this out and put this as a yellow color line. So with this, we can know what is the breakout levels that we want to see. So so once you have drawn these lines, you want to go back to monthly and look for the lows. This strategy also works really well with altcoins, not that great with BTC, but it uses BTC as an index anyway. So I'm doing on BTC first, and then we'll go explore other coins like Link, Solana, and LTC or INJ or whatever, or even Pepe in a second. So we're going to go down here, and we're gonna go to our monthly lows, which is here at 24.7, and then we're gonna go to our weekly, and we want to look at weeklies. So our weekly lows here, obviously because of the insane climb here, we want to see our weekly lows being a median around here, which is 34.5, which is quite valid to be honest. So we're gonna mark this with sorry, that's yellow, and the monthly should be blue. And then now we're gonna go for daily, and we're gonna look for white line. So white line shows that where's our daily highs. So our daily, sorry, now we're looking for our daily lows. My bad. So our daily lows is actually again very similar to our it's quite similar to our weeklies, but it's just a bit higher. So we would mark, I would mark it either around here or here, because this has much more much more support, and we can see how much more candles they are touching here. So I would put it here, but you can also put it here. So we can just mark both, to be honest, it's not wrong. So we can just put it here, and we can also just put it here. So I'm just gonna mark this, I'm gonna put this in a white color so that we can all understand this easily. Alright, so with this being said, okay, so now we have found out the breakout zones that we want to see at. So basically the strategy comes down to this. Now we can go to any time frame we want. So if we go to 1 hour, we can basically check the lines. As long as it breaks, like as long as for example 1 hour, BTC goes up to here, and it breaks through it, and it closes at the 1 hour, the next candle opens above the white color candle on daily, you're able to open you're basically able to open a position there. So we want to see a position open at, like for example here, we want to see a position open long here. And then let's do some back testing on this actually, because I can't actually show it now, but if I use my normal setup here, maybe I can show you. So basically what would happen would be something like this. I charted this out here. So this is where I entered along when it broke out here, and it closed below the it closed above the green color line, and I would open here. My stop loss would was set to be around here, 30 point something, 33 point something. So with this, I have like a huge margin of error, and this is on the daily chart. So this is not a volatile, but I can also go down to like 1 hour, and then we can also see that when I charted this, when it closed, it actually closed above here. So we knew that this breakout happened anyways, and it consolidated here, and then it broke out again here. So it broke out again here. So here in this area here would be my first take profit area, because I opened a position here. I opened a position here, so this would be my first take profit area. But it was also another buying opportunity. So if, like for example, on 1 hour here, it closed above here, right? So I would have opened another long here, and this would be my next target. So there's a lot of opportunities here that you can find easily, because you can use any time frame after charting this out. So with that being said, let's put a long position here, right? Because okay, let's just find somewhere where I would have entered. So and remember, this is all on low leverage. These are all futures on low leverage. Do not use it on high leverage. It would screw you over completely. So basically, let's find a long position here. The candle opened, this candle opened at, I usually like use 4 hours, but I have 1 hour for the sake of testing, but we can use 4 hours as well. So let me just load this in. Okay, so okay, 4 hours. I'm not cherry picking data, just so you know. I'm just like looking for what I would usually do. So first thing here would be, okay, so it came here, and it broke out here, and it opened here. It opened at, let me see, 36,455. 36,455. 36,450. Okay, this is a bit annoying. 36 4, you know, I'll put 433, okay? And then I would have put my stop loss at, okay, so we'll go back daily for this, right? Please load. Okay, so I'll go back daily for this, and I'm gonna look for the lows here. So the lows here was like, Okay, so the lows here were basically around here, around 32K here. And or like if you want to be a bit more accurate, I guess you can just say low was here. So I would want to see like there'll be a reversal there. Like if it was a fake breakout, there will be a reversal, right? So I want to see my stop loss at about here because I want to go below the liquidation grabs. And then from this on, I'll just put my take profit to at least here, and then go. All right. So obviously I've booked some profit here. I booked some profit here, and then now we're looking to look for breakout here again. And I'll book more profit here, and I'll let it run. So what happens after you take the first profit, right? Because okay, so what happens if you take the first profit at like this area, right? So what you can do here is that since your stop loss is so wide now and you're on low leverage, so you basically never get liquidated. And I'll be fair, I'm just showing this for the sake of showing stop loss, but usually I don't use stop loss because I use like ×5 leverage or lower for like trades. So I would never get liquidated ever. So if I ever take my profit here, so my entry would go from here to here, and then my stop loss would go from here to here. It will go back to break even, and then I'll let it run, and then if it hits 42K, I think I drew another line up here. If it ever hits 42K again, 48K, then obviously this would go to 42K, and then my stop loss would go towards here, and so on and so forth until we hit our stop loss. So this has been actually pretty profitable for me. Just the system of understanding, hey, it broke out, it'll consolidate and it'll go for it. It'll take some time. So on the 4-hour charts, you can see that this works out perfectly. It broke out. So if we ignore this two white lines that we just drew, it broke out. It broke out here. Yeah, it broke out here, and then it went up, and it tapped basically the line that I drew here, the green color line here, and then I booked some profits here. Then I would put my stop loss back here, and well, obviously I didn't because I don't put stop losses usually, but if you want it for best practices or whatever, you can use for stop loss. And then it will hit stop loss here, and then you see another buying opportunity once it like when it broke down here and broke back up here, another buying opportunity here, and then you just go up, down, up, down, down until we consolidated out until here. So now looking at it on a big picture, right? This is not for degens, because obviously this is a very big margin, right? Like let's just put the forecast, like not forecast. Let's just even just check the price range, right? Like from here, the highest high today, and until like when I entered, which would be about here. This is a 14%. This is about 13.7% unleveraged, by the way, and this is a couple of days. So if you're going for BTC trades, this is going to take a while. Now let's look at altcoins, right? Because I think altcoins is a much better example of how this should be used and how we can actually use this. So let's go to like an altcoin here. Let's just use a new chart, and we're going to set it back to the golden ages. So I'm going to use Pepe for example, right? Because Pepe is a pretty shit coin. And this is on Binance, so yeah, this should be fine. Actually, wait, I know what I can do. Can you just use TIA? This is a pretty new coin. The other thing here is that you want to look for new coins on Binance futures, because why? The thing about new coins is that there are a lot lesser backholders, and lesser backholders means that it's easier for the price actually to go up rather than down. So let's look at TIA for example. We can't actually look for month or week because obviously there's nothing to draw. So we can look at day. So okay, if a day we can just put a backtest or replay mode to about I guess here will be fine, right? We saw this happen. This topped out here. I would not have bought this or shorted this. So let's just put this down to 1 and just slowly see it. Okay, I would not have shorted this to be honest. Okay, so now that we have established this, so we saw the daily low. Because 3 candles here, daily low was here. I would have put this here, 1 line here. So I would see that hey, this is a daily area that is daily key point. that's pretty interesting to look at, or something that is a point of interest. And then I can go down to like 1 hour, for example. And then let's play this again. So I didn't get open. Okay, now I would have opened it here. If we're on 1 hour, I'll open it here. If I'm on 4 hours, I would have also opened it here. So we would just take a long position here. Again, stop loss is arbitrary, but we can just put it for the sake of, you know, putting it there, right? Because, you know, what's a video without stop loss and blah blah blah, explaining risk and stuff like that, risk management. But risk management doesn't really exist if your liquidation level is so low. So I will I'll put my stop loss around this area here at around 4.8. Why? Because number one, we had a daily here, daily high here, and then, you know, this line happened, and we saw this two here, which means there's a lot of liquidity here. So I don't want to like get fake out. So this would be, I'll just draw a line here as my stop loss. I mean as like a low, and we can use that as a stop loss area, I guess. Okay, and then now I'm just going to put this, because now we don't really actually have an area to draw, but we know the daily highs were this area. So I'm just gonna put daily high here. I'm just put my take profit at this area. So this area here between $6.6 to $7.4 is where I want to trade, and let's just extend this long, and then let's put it on play mode. Okay, so firstly here we have already seen a breakout here. That's why we want to look at new coins, by the way. And so we saw a breakout here. We took profit. We took our 50% profit here on this line here, 50%. And let's look at now. Okay, now we can move our stop losses if you even have any to begin with. So now we're looking for a new target here. So now we go back to daily. Now we're at $8. Let's just put our daily highs here, right? Because that's the daily high. We can see it play out more, or let it run, but it doesn't matter because I just want to put this to show everyone this. And then I can move my stop loss. I'll move my position into my break even. Into my take profit, and then put my stop loss at my break even. And then now I would just continuously let it run. Okay, I can't even let it run anymore because this is the maximum it went, right? So at this point you're probably at like okay, so at this point you're probably at like this was 1.6. This, okay, so let me just do a price checking for this just to make sure I'm giving you correct info. So this was our entry, this was our this stop loss, this is our entry, and we would have done it. Let me just check if I'm correct. This so that's our break even. So until now we would be looking at about 36% unleveraged. So I would usually do times 5 or times 3 for this. So just do the maths of 36.61 percent. This is very in percentage, so this times it by 3 or 5 or 5. I'm not gonna do slash because that's gonna 5, and that's like about 180% on times 3, and sometimes 5 it's 250 something. Yeah, 260 something percentage of profit. So see, this is how I've been trading, and this has been working really well for me. And once you hit here, right, you can also just do the same thing as what you've done. So again, just move your entrance to here and move your stop loss to here. Easy. And then now I'm just waiting for next top candle. So it can be anywhere ranging, let's just put at 2R, right? It can be ranging from anywhere for this, right? So we can be looking at $12 or whatever, looking at what BTC can be doing and stuff like that. So this is just insane because we're running off like profits from this. So yeah, this is why I trade altcoins as well. And yeah, look for coins with newer and lesser history because there are lesser backholders, and that's my best advice. And I'll give you one more example of how this trading system can work. Let me think of one. WorldCoin probably is a good. WorldCoin doesn't have really much history, so I guess I can use that as an example as well. So again, we don't have much chart on weekly. We chart on daily. So okay, let's just put a replay mode to here. Okay, so on replay mode, I would not enter anything here, right? Holy shit, the news! I definitely would not have entered anything here. Okay, but we can see something here. This was the lowest low at this area. I'll give another example, like one more example after this as well. So okay, so we know the daily lows are here, and there's another daily low here. So what can this? Okay, this strategy doesn't just work for long, by the way. It works for short as well. So if it breaks through this, you can open a short here, and you can go from there as well. And we can see the daily highs were at mainly this area. So okay, now we have our placement chart out. Let's just play this and see how it goes. Okay, so this is not close. Okay, so this has been closed. I will have opened a short here. So I will have opened a short, so that would mean that this would go here, and this would be. I mean, this should be on 4 hours actually. My bad, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But let's just show it on 4 hours instead, so you guys know how I would actually be thinking and looking about this when I'm actually trading. So let's just go 4 hours and just see how it closes. So we haven't seen it. Okay, here is where I would just open a position because we saw like a candle open or close here. Well, sure, we need one more candle. Okay, so this is where I would just open a position, a short position actually. And let's do this. Again, stop loss can be arbitrary because I'm on solo leverage, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm just gonna look for like daily highs, which is about here, which can be my short stop loss. I'm just gonna put this in red color because I don't want to confuse everyone with this many lines. And then I'm just gonna put my stop loss here, and then my take profits can be just here for now. Sorry, yeah, open here, yeah. It can actually be here, yeah, my first take profits can be here. This is a pretty bad RR, but still, I would take this. I can be biased as well because I know the future, but yeah, let's take this first. Okay, so first we took our first take profit here. So we first took 50% here. Okay, now we can extend our TPs, and for example, I would not have expected this to run, so I would just let this go wherever it goes, and then my stop loss would just be at so this was my entry, my stop loss was here, and then I would just put my stop loss to my entry and my take to my take profit, a 50% take profit. So I'll let this run. So either ways, I'm not losing money from this anymore. So let it run. Okay, so yeah, let it run. We got to a point where we saw this shit. I would definitely have taken profit on a 7.5 RR here, like 100% take profit here. So we can count this as a close trade, but we can also just let it run as well. It doesn't matter to me because you have hedge mode on Binance. That means you can do it. So you just move your TPSL again, and your break even to even or whatever it is. So I would close this trade, to be honest, and let's continue going. Okay, let's go back to daily. We're already on daily, so I'll post that there. See, if I let it run, it might actually go like, I would have actually gotten a better TP here. See, if I let it run, this is why you let your trades run. But if you're greedy like me, you would just close it like this here. Okay, we still haven't really gotten any solid evidence here. But we now know that like we have a daily high here that we can break. Just change this back to white. All of these white lines are break lines that you need to look at and be like take close attention at. So we have another line here as well, the lowest low. And we want to pay attention to these two lines again, because this can mention where we want to enter short or long. Okay, so with this, I need one more candle actually. Okay, so with this, I will actually enter another long. Sorry, another short, I'm sorry. Because it closed here and it opened around here. So I will just put it here. My stop loss would be at dailies here, which would be around here. Okay, so then I would not know where to actually take profit here, so I'll just let this run here. Because we haven't actually seen much here, so I'll just let this run first to about around 2RR. And we'll just let it run. I'll probably regret this decision because we know what happened here. So I took a loss here, which was about 2. Let me see how much percentage this is unleft, because some smart person decided to put like non-leverage on this. 24% unleft. Okay, so that would be 63%, 66%. Sorry, 70% around there, or just take a stop loss there. And okay, this is what we count as a loss, whatever. But we made so much money here, it doesn't matter. So let's go on with this. Okay, so we saw this here. We need one more candlestick. Okay, so with this happening, we know that we're not opening this. And I know I've been doing this on a daily, but you can also replicate it on every single time frame, like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. I wouldn't suggest 15 or 5 minutes, but there's more noise there. But 1 hour works well, 4 hour works well for me. So I would not have opened this. I'm just doing this on daily just to show. So again, no candlestick here, nothing. Okay, so we saw this here, it broke here. Now I'm looking for an open here. I just need one more candlestick. Okay, so it's still open and closed here, so I will still take this entry. So first I would just take a long entry here. Again, stop loss is arbitrary. You don't really need the stop losses, but in this case you put stop loss to about like here probably, and then you put your take profits to like targets that you have already charted above. So you can go like here, these two lines are breakpoints, so we can just go on this. We get a boom. Okay, we got our first TP. Let's just not count this even as a first TP, because I said that we put our first stop loss. I mean, it's our first take profit there. Consolidate. Okay, I'm just gonna extend this. Okay, let's go. Come on, so close to TP. Okay, now we hit our first TP here, so we'll be able to move our stop loss to our initial opening is here, and we'll be able to move our stop loss to where we're taking profit, so there, and then we can move this line even higher, and then we can put this here. So again, the R looks terrible, but we can just also put this here if you really want to make it look nicer, to be honest. Doesn't really matter to me. And then we can just press play. Because now we're playing with like a lot of profit. Ooh, almost hit stop loss there. Spicy. And we hit another one of our TPs here. So again, we can just do the same shit. At this point, we can just move it to Like we can just move this to like insanely high position because now we don't know. Now we only know all the daily like launch price. It was around this area. So sorry, let's change this color to white. So we only know the launch price around that area, and I'll just probably take that as my next TP. And since that TP was there, this would be moved up to here, entrance here. And then my stop loss would be around here if I'm not wrong, because that's where it was at. So let's just increase this even more. And let's go. And it is our stop loss here, but it's fine because you know why? We made enough profit. So with this simple, like me just not using any indicators at all, I just use simple like just drawing things. Like I'm not even drawing lines at this point. I'm literally just like pressing lines, pressing plus buttons, and you can just see this. And I mean, honestly speaking, I wouldn't really be trading this anymore because look, I've been trading this for the past few days here. I won't trade the same coin anymore, but we can just fast forward this and just look at how this strategy works. And as you can see, it broke out here, so you enter here, and then it went up here, stuff like that. So yeah, you would be currently still at around break even here currently if you have to open that trade on a daily time frame. And let's see one more, which would be one I traded actually. That's why this might be a bit cherry picked to be honest, because it's a bit cherry picked. So let's just rewind time here as usual. So I think I actually got it around here. So I knew like the price of entry was around like I knew the like base was about 3.8. I entered about 3.95 if I'm not wrong. So we're just gonna mark these positions here. And we're going to mark 3.95 because that's where my entry was. Okay, I'm going to put that to a different color as well. This was probably my entry to be honest. So I'm just going to mark this as like green because I went long here. I actually went long at this exact number here. And I didn't have a stop loss. So we can just put this here. So I had no stop loss. But my take profit was like I can't remember what my take profit was, but like it was not that high. It's like 30% or something. So that would be on times 5. That would be like here. On times 5, it would be around 7%. So about 4.23. So I mean my stop loss just didn't exist at that point. So this was why my risk reward is there. So yeah, you can just see it instantly. I closed this instantly, but looking at this, I would have just opened. I might have opened a short here. Let's slow it back down. Let's go back a bit. I mean I took my profits there, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so yeah, whatever. Let's just put this close because I took my profits already. And let's see if this lines actually make sense, because let's close out this line because this is where I longed it at. I just want the baseline. Now let's see if any of our lines for daily make sense here, right? Because the point of this is to backtest and show you that this works in real time. Not in real time, well, technically in real time, but basically just showing you guys if it works or not, and if you guys should incorporate this as like a way of just trading, right? So we just want to mark out the daily lines, and we can go from here. Okay, so I actually broke below here. I would be tempted to start a short here, but I want to see next candle. So the next candle just said deny and said no, this is not happening. So it just went back up here. I would have not opened up a short position here. Yeah. All right, and then okay, so this also said yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm not opening a short position here. Sorry, a long position here. And we'll see next candle here. It opened here. Again, we have to wait for next candle. Is the next candle? Wait, is this all the history there is? God damn, okay, I can't do this on one day then. I need to do this for 4 hours. But I would actually, okay, if I was on 4 hours, I would have opened a position here. I would not have opened a position like everywhere else here. Maybe here I might have opened a position for a short, but the open was at 3860, and that is lower than this. I might have opened it like a short position here and put stop loss somewhere close by because this is a risky play. And then I would probably have played like I would have definitely opened long here. This is definitely a long here because it's open at 4614. I'll put it 1 3 or whatever. Like again, the stop loss doesn't exist to me, but I'll just put it here, and then I'll probably put TP around here, and it will still be running, right? Yeah, it will be running here right now. This would be what my pipe would be looking at if I opened it now, but this is what I took the last time. Anyways, with that being said, with this short video itself, I've basically taught you guys how to go about trading like altcoins, BTC, and how do you draw these break lines and how do you trade these break lines and stuff like that. Personally speaking, I don't like using stop losses because the thing about stop losses is that you can get faked out sometimes, and I dislike that. And I'm on solo leverage anyways, it doesn't matter most of the time. So, but still, take your correct risk management, check on it if you want to do a stop loss or not. Because it can be stressful for some people, but it's not stressful for me. But so anyways, I hope that you're able to understand how to trade and trade this market, set TP, set SL, and how to go BE on trades that you want to let run. And thanks so much for watching. And I'd like to give a big shout out for Mizuho, the Mizuho community, for being an instantly fun community that I've been in for like about 2 weeks now, and I've been having a great time. Like since Pokemon and stuff like that, I've been having a great time. And I would also like to give a big shout out to Symphony for leading the Web3 Gamify way. Currently, they're making a rhythm game. I really suggest you try them out and starsymphony.io. The links will be down below for the Twitter and their website. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and see you guys in either Mizuho or Symphony. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.